Hi guys, welcome to TISS Disaster Management Podcast. Today we have Anushka Goswami. She is from Uttarakhand, Nainital, and she got selected for TISS Mumbai campus. So first of all, Anushka, congratulations for your
Thank
selection.
thank you so much, and thank you for inviting me here.
Okay, great. So how's the feeling when you got selected for TISS when you saw your result? What was, you expected this?
So actually, after every exam and interview, I was very nervous, and I was thinking that will I get selected or not. But thanks to my family and friends who were constantly there, and they believed more than me than I did in myself. So they were really confident that no, maybe you will get it, and don't be worried. So they were more than happy, and
Okay,
so was I.
okay.
Yeah.
So what you have done for that nervousness to rid off from that nervousness?
The one thing that I used to do, which always used to come in handy, was dance. Like I was
Okay.
just blast off music and dance a little, and then just vary it off.
डांस ओके आज से अपन भी डांस करेंगे whenever I feel I get nervous I will dance. Okay,
Yes, sir.
great, good idea. ठीक है, so all the viewers those who are watching this podcast, if you get nervous, get demotivated, dance करो. It's okay, steps नहीं आए doesn't matter, but dance करो. ठीक है, so rid off from your tension. Okay, fine. So Anushka, let's start with your introduction part, basically academic background and how this idea came into the picture. Yeah.
So I belong to Nainital, and I've done my schooling from Aryaman Vikram Birla Institute of Learning, Haldwani. And then I went for my graduation to Indraprasth College for Women, DU, and I've done my graduation in Geography Honors. And then one of our paper was disaster management, and I was very inclined towards it. And then I came across TISS, that they offered this course, and there are other social science courses that they are offering. So then I thought and decided to go after disaster management.
Okay, okay. So you have shown your interest towards the disaster management, that is the one aspect, but in detail if I ask why disaster management, so what will be your answer?
So being from Uttarakhand, we have a lot of disasters that we hear and come across like a lot of times, like the 2013 Kedarnath tragedy that we all know, and then the recent Chamoli dam break was there. I was very curious and to know that who all are managing the disaster and how the risk is assessed, and I wanted to be a part of it to at least reduce the number of people who get affected by it or the damage that is done. I wanted to control it or do some work in that field. So I chose disaster management to do something for the society or my state in uh, to be specific.
Okay, great. So what do you think, will TISS help you with regards to this, and how, what is your expectation from TISS?
Yes, sir, I definitely think because recently it has become number one in the social science colleges. It was ranked number one. And then the kind of crowd you come across there is from a very varied background. You get to learn a lot of things. And there is also practical based knowledge, the internships they are giving, and then there is placement. So it's not like that you'll just mug up things and then you have no scope for it. So you get to work in the field. So I think it will help a lot for me in the learning process.
Okay, great. So coming back to your preparation part, you have joined us for the online live class. Since
Yes.
the pandemic, it was online live only,
Yeah.
and you started your preparation. So how you got to know about Maneuver, and what was your journey towards your entire Tissnet preparation?
Yes, sir. So throughout the journey, I was linked to Manoeuvre, like from the Tissnet to the interview, then the extempore part, everything. So I was searching a lot that where should I take coaching from because everything was online. We could not go anywhere. So I came across one of the podcasts also, and then the GK tricks and tips that you shared. So I thought that why not I should enroll in this. And then I got the books and everything. So I went through it, and then we had the lectures and everything because I was very weak in maths because I had left maths in class 10th. So
Mhm.
I had to get back to get doing maths and everything. And then there were the short mock tests that were given there. So me and one of my close friend, we used to like solve the mock papers like from 2 to 3 in the night, and it helped me a lot creating my techniques and thinking that how much time I should give to what section basically. And the GK part was also because GK is very valued in TISS. So getting updated, we had the weekly current affairs was very helpful in learning. And then after that was cleared, then I had these extempore and mock exam, means the DAF form was there. We were briefed about how you should fill the DAF form and what you should include, what you should not include in that. And then the interview preparation was there. So it came really in handy.
Okay. So you saw the podcast and then through that you got connected with us.
Yes.
Okay. Today you are giving the podcast. So someone else will watch this podcast and it will be helpful for others.
Yes.
Okay. So as you mentioned that you were weak in maths. Okay.
Yeah.
So what you have done to rid off from this weak area of the maths. Second, how group study help you to solve the maths? Because as you mentioned with your friend, you were solving the maths question. So how it helps you?
Yeah, so we had our online class was there, and then we also got those recorded lectures. So I used to be in the class, and the students were very active. They used to question the teacher. I think Kaushik sir was there, and he used to, means it was not like कि एक बच्चे ने question पूछा उसको सुना और बाकी नहीं सुना. So he used to just go through every question and used to teach us like very briefly. कम से शुरू करके एकदम detail में जाके. That helped me to slowly build my confidence. And my friend, he told me that it's okay, just do 2 questions at a time and then gradually increase it. And I think the fear of that, not fearing maths and just attempting, maybe it's wrong or right, just practicing it helped me a lot. And those means practicing, and with the group study, you have that assurance that okay, maybe I might be wrong, but together we can do it. So that helped me to overcome that fear of maths a lot.
Okay, that is a good idea, no? If
Yes.
you, along with your 1 or 2 friend, if you are studying together, so if you won't get answered, someone else will get the answer.
Yeah.
Or vice versa.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So as you mentioned, maths was your weak area, English and GK was okay area, right? It was not the problematic for you. Okay.
Yeah, English was good, but GK I had to put a little effort.
Okay. So was there any daily routine for the preparation? Like morning when मैं English करूँगी, then afternoon maths, then GK. Likewise, have you made any kind of a strategy?
Yes, sir, I did. Actually, I did not stick to one particular strategy, and I think it is true for everyone. Like for every different circumstance, you have to come up with different strategies. So initially, when we were in lockdown, online classes were going on. So I used to so I had different plans for that. So I used to do English and GK in the morning, and entirely in the evening after the classes or till night, like 12 maybe, I used to do focus on maths because I knew I have to work really hard on that. So I have to put a lot of time in that. Then after we suddenly got our colleges opened, the DU colleges got opened, and then we even had our exams also, and the interviews were also coming up. So I used to get up and study GK and then a little geography because my background is geography, and then study for the exams, and in the evening prepare for the usual question answers like in the interview you have to go through.
Okay.
I used to prepare like that.
Okay. So during your preparation, have you been through any kind of a battery down moment? यार अब तो give up करना नहीं होने वाला है, ऐसा कुछ हुआ था? So
yes,
yeah.
Definitely, sir, definitely. It used to happen that I used to get so frustrated, and I used to think that, is this even worth trying? Like, what should I do? What shouldn't I do? So either I used to run to my parents, like, okay, what should I do? So they used to just tell me that, calm down, take one thing at a time, and everything will get sorted. Or I used to call my really close friends. So they used to tell me, no, it's fine, it's fine. Maybe they used to study with me. Okay, what do you don't know? Let's try it together. So I think that helped me a lot to come back and again start with that force and okay, let's do it. That energy it brought back in me.
Okay. So how many mock tests you had appeared? You got 25 full length mock.
There were 25. I have done at least 17. I did.
17. So what was your big learning from the mock?
Best thing that I learned, because time and again you used to tell us that, go through the mock, go through the mock. So when I first did it, so I was a little slow. I did not know, okay, what is going on, to see the time or not. But slowly it developed, and my mind kind of got set in that how much time I have to give in which section, which should I attempt first, which should I go back and forth, like that. And then slowly it built up my confidence. So when I appeared for the Tissnet, I was not hesitant, or I was not afraid to give it, like, for the first time. So it really helped me.
Okay. Okay. This is the part 1 of Tissnet examination. Let's move to the part 2. But before that, want to understand how you when you written the actual examination of Tissnet. So what kind of a paper, difficulty level wise, have you found it at part 2 the mock examination, the one which we have attended, a maneuver mock, or it was difficult? How it was as per your opinion?
Yes, so the section of English and maths were quite similar. I should say that maths, maneuver maths was a little more, hard. But
Okay.
there I found it comparatively easier. But the GK was a little tricky this time, I felt.
Yes, GK was tough. 2022
was
GK
tough.
was tough. Okay. And how about the stage 2 interview experience of actual TISS?
So I was really nervous because I was a little scared of that. So after I came back to my aunt's home in Delhi itself, because I did not wanted to, waste time in traveling, coming back home and then getting settled. So I was there. So I gave my exam also in Delhi, and then I gave the interview also from her home. So she was a big support to me. So I got prepared for it. 3 or 4 days back only, I got a mock interview from Manoeuvre itself. So I had some clarity in my mind, and one of my friend, he helped me out by preparing me for the interview. Or some other friends, they helped me out by asking random questions, or to see how did I get nervous or not. So with that, I prepared myself.
So what kind of a question they had asked, if you remember?
What I found out this was that every interview was different, because one of my friend, when she appeared, they were more concerned about the news part, that are you aware of the world or not. But surprisingly, in my part, there was less of the news thing, and more it was the oriented around my honor subject, like geography. So they were more specifically asking questions from geography. And in the DAF form, I had mentioned some of my work in the field of disaster management. So they were asked questions from there. So they did not ask specifically from the news or any, but I would not recommend that you go out and not read the news, because it's very important. So I used to read the newspaper every day.
Okay, great. So how much the mock interview and the entire extemporary and the online lecture help you, which you have attended in the maneuver preparation part?
So massively, because I was the one who had no clue that what the paper would be, how it would be, and none of my friends were actually giving the Tissnet. They were preparing for other papers, but nobody had appeared for the Tissnet or the interview part. So I was mostly dependent on Manoeuvre for preparing for it. And in other places, coaching places, what happens that more emphasis is given to HR or these courses more. But in my case, I was thankful that at least when I was giving the test also, like the mock test also, they were not asking me the question of the HR. They were actually asking me the question from the disaster management or from geography, where I belonged from. So it helped me a lot.
Nice to hear that. No, so I mean, we also keep on improving our mock taking and this part, stage 2 preparation part. And okay, yeah, go ahead.
One thing I would mention, that you had that 7 a.m. club. So sometimes I used to wake up in the morning and used to, plan my day according to that. So planning part.
Yeah. I still remember it was very difficult sometimes to reply. Many students ask me questions in the comment, and as I mentioned, I will reply all the question answers. Yes. So I make sure that I should online by 7 a.m. so that other students who are getting connected, they should get a proper reply. So they should not demotivate कि यार sir ने तो बोल दिया but sir खुद ही सो रहे हैं.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, Nice to hear that. This year also, something like this I will do,
Yes.
so that people should get that kind of a kick. Okay, sir कर रहे हैं तो मुझे भी करना है.
Truly.
ठीक है. Okay, so Anushka, last question. This is the kind of a question we ask from all the aspirants. What is the tips or suggestion you want to give? What kind of a tips, according to you, which you have felt throughout your journey, suggestion you want to give to upcoming year aspirant, those who are targeting for 2023, 24, or 25?
So one thing is believe in yourself. So if you believe in yourself and not thinking that, okay, what he is doing, what she is doing, how much they have prepared, I think you need to focus on your own self, that how much I know and how much I need to improve myself. Second is, when you get that battery down moment, you need to connect with your family or friends. Should not get isolated, but you should just connect with more people close to you and talk to them. And also be true with your preparations. If you know, plan it. I think planning helps a lot. So if you plan that, okay, this is my target for today, just complete it. And do not get disheartened. I mean, there are times you will feel a setback, but I think then coming back is the real challenge,
Bounce back
and fighting it.
Okay, nice talking to you, Anushka. Lots of things you have shared. I think after this podcast, those who are facing problem either in maths, GK, logic, or English, they will understand how to strategize or how to channelize themselves. Okay, and last but not the least, whenever you feel nervous, just dance.
Absolutely.
So thank you, Anushka, coming and sharing your experience, and once again congratulations for your TISS career, and best of luck. Yeah,
thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah.